All right, so I'm putting fuel in the 8130 because this is the tractor we're gonna put on the booster pump, which is just that little blue thing right there. So I'll go ahead and get the fueled up then. All right, so I got the fuel in and I'm just backing it up to the pump right now. I might have to lower the jack a little. Nope, perfect. Okay. Thought I had to lower the jack a little, but not. Alright. Alright, I got it all hooked up, so now we can take it down to the field. Alright, so I'm just pulling up to the field here. You can see my uncle already started working the headlands. We just plow the headlands before we irrigate, or inject, I guess. I think they're going to want the pump somewhere over here because that's where they got the hose laid out. We laid out the hose last. Alright, so here's the dumpster. He's just driving in the ditch right now. That's what we dump the semis into. So we got the 4960 on the dumpster too. So I think that's where they're gonna park it. He's just letting it sit on the ground. Then we'll put that door down. Once it's a little more straight. I'm not quite sure how many gallons it holds, but he's just gonna get it straightened out a little bit more, then he's gonna let it sit on the ground. Alright, so he's gonna let it sit on the ground now, or lower it down. We wanted to make sure it was square with the road. That way it's nice and easy for the semis to pull up to. We also want to make sure the tractor's straight with the dumpster, so it's not, so it's easier on the PTO, since it'll be running all day pretty much. And then the wheels in the back, they just kind of go up. So now he's gonna put the door down in there, but and then we'll adjust the door more once the semis get here, or once we get our first couple loads out here, and we'll adjust it to the semis height then. So it is a 10,000 gallon dumpster. It depends how you have the door positioned too, so give or take a couple thousand gallons or so. However far the further the door is tilted down, the less it holds. So over here's the hose going out of the dumpster. It just sits in these slots so when it goes down the road. So we're gonna go and pull it all out. Then we'll drag it out into the field. It's hard to pull with all these weeds holding the hose back, kinda. There, and I just got untwisted. Alright, so we're gonna hook the hose up because we have it too far down the ditch. We gotta drag it over to the dumpster. So we're gonna hook it up to the pump and just drag it over to the dumpster. So first I gotta take this clamp off. I gotta try and put this on with one hand. Alright, so it doesn't quite fit. This hose is 5.5 and that's 6, I think, or I believe it is at least. I know the hose is 5.5, so we gotta go get an adapter, but we got the 9400 still working, or digging up the headlands here. So to see, but way over there in that corner of the field we got our diesel 730 hauling or box spreading hard manure. All right, so my brother's hauling hard manure right now with the 730. So Alright, so he just emptied the spreader and he's going back for another load now. Alright, so we got the adapter and the hose is hooked up. We're just going to start dragging it over there right now. And then later, well, right after we get the hose over there, we gotta pull this out a little so we don't have any kinks. All right, so here's what we're gonna be using to knife the manure in. We got the four-wheel drive 4850 pulling our injector. I'll try and show you guys what this looks like when we're in the field, but it'll be kind of tough since I gotta help haul. So I'll try and show you a little bit. I'm gonna try and show you now just kind of what it is. So what we do, so the manure comes out of these green hoses here, and then these shanks kind of rip it and put it in the ground. And then over here, this is where we hook the hose up, and that'll just swing. It'll swing around to the back and it'll swing to the sides for when he's turning around and going down the roll. All right, so I just got the first truck loaded. I'm pulling up to the dumpster here. And I'll be able to see it in my mirror how close I am. I kind of get a little bit closer. So we're about to start the 4960. So now this is what I mean, we have to adjust the door. You can see the door here, yeah, so this door is too high and it'll hit the pipe. So I'm gonna have them put it down a little bit. So we got we got 3 tanks total going right now. Once I unload, they're gonna start, or he already started the pump up. So it's going out to the injector, which is right over there. So it's probably hard to see, but I can kind of see in the mirror here that the manure is starting to slow down as it comes out, which means the tank's getting quite empty. So I'm gonna get ready to, this is a Western Star. It has an ultra shift transmission. 10-speed, so it's basically like your normal Eaton transmission, except the computer does all the shifting, so it's perfect shifts every time. So now it's getting pretty much down to the point where it's empty. So I'm gonna go ahead and I got it in drive. I'll shut the valve off, wait for the manure to stop pouring out so we don't get anything all over the road. All right, so I just got back to the farm. We got my grandpa in the tractor filling us up. He's in the 4850. So when we go into this fill pipe, we don't want the truck to go under because the fill pipe's still dripping with manure. So we try and get as close as we can, and then we swing out so that we don't get manure on top of the truck. And then it's hard to see it, but we gotta look kind of down and into the mirror so we can see the fill pipe. So you're able to kind of see manure splashing out of the tank. That's how he knows when to turn it off. So when it starts splashing like that, he shuts the pump off, and if the manure stops, it's not like it can go. Alright, so I just unloaded a little bit out of the tank to fill up the dumpster the little ways. We just finished this section, so we're going to be blowing out the hose and moving over to the next. So the pig's about to blow out of the injector, which we're running through the line. So it probably blew back 20, 30, 40 feet. I'm not going to go over there because it's all full of manure, but yeah. So now the hose is all blown out so we can move it with the rim. And he's just, I think, going to pull it over there. So this is the pig. This is what pushed all the manure through the hose. closed right now. The injector dragged it way over there, and then looks like he stopped, but then the rim just keeps it. All right, so we're just finishing up the field here now. This will probably be my last load. Just a little section right here, and then we're done. All right, so we got everything folded up on the dumpster here. Just gotta pick it up. There. All right, now we can drive it out of the ditch. So we're all done hauling manure for tonight. We're gonna haul more manure tomorrow morning. So that'll be it for today's video, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.